All right, time and time again, I tell people, take the information, take the knowledge, analyze it, and come up with your own ideas, your own, truth to whatever they're saying. Sometimes everybody might not say the same exact thing, but there are ways where stories from other people can be analyzed and put together to give you a better explanation than one in particular story. So I always tell y'all, think about things. Don't just believe, don't just run with the media and what people are telling y'all, because a lot of stuff may not be accurate. That's why I keep an open mind and I try to tell y'all, I don't push my ideas on y'all. I just tell y'all, keep an open mind and just think, what if? Sometimes you have to swallow your pride and be like, maybe I might not be right. Let me look into this a little bit more. So with that being said, I want to quickly play this video for y'all.
To grossly mislead the public about astronauts being on the International Space Station. During interior ISS scenes from NASA's own live feed, the use of wires, harnesses, green screens, and virtual reality have been detected to achieve the appearance of a weightless environment. Examples of this include astronauts fading in and out of the screen, green screen glitches, grabbing objects that aren't really there, pulling on invisible wires, getting tangled in their harnesses, and even astronauts appearing out of thin air. This begs the obvious question. If they're really up there, why are they using Hollywood techniques to fake the footage? Now, unfortunately, I can't show you these clips in here today, but I will be sending them to you. Outside the International Space Station, during spacewalks, air bubbles have been recorded on numerous occasions. How is it possible for air bubbles to be present in the vacuum of space? I once questioned astronaut Scott Kelly about this phenomenon. His body language and answers only created more questions. In 2013, astronaut Luca Parmitano nearly drowned during a spacewalk when his helmet filled with water. This happened again just last year. Air bubbles, helmets filling with water, and drowning. Are they in space or are they underwater? Now, what's really interesting is that they train for spacewalks in an underwater pool with a complete ISS replica. Now, surely they aren't filming these spacewalks in an underwater pool and then editing them to appear if they're in space, because that sure would be something, wouldn't it? I'm calling on the Brevard County Commissioners to open a full investigation into NASA's fraudulent practices and use of taxpayer dollars. It costs NASA $3 billion per year to operate the ISS, and if they don't have a darn good explanation as to why they're faking these videos, I and the public would like a darn good explanation as to where our tax money is going. And if they are indeed faking the funk, it is our duty to expose and eliminate this fraudulent and astronomically wasteful ISS program. And look, I know what you're all thinking. NASA is part of the federal government, and you're just county commissioners. Even if what I'm saying is true, what can you do? But let me remind you, not only is this happening in your county, as public officials, you have the platform and the ability to make a statement or hold a press conference, alerting the public, state, and federal authorities to investigate further. You have the power to start the conversation. Video evidence of everything I described today will be emailed to you all, and I truly hope we can get to the bottom of this. I look forward to the day that $3 billion annual...
All right, so you heard the video. I'm not gonna sit here and be that guy. This is still, something that's under investigation, of course. But there was, times where I'll say pretty good stories and pretty strong stories was revolving around NASA not actually doing some of the things they say they are. Now, for me, being someone who is religious and also believe in science, this is a huge, not a huge upset because we don't know for sure, but it still is one of those things where it's like, dang, I used to always think that this was that or that's. Now I have to kind of question and really analyze. When you have someone who's the boy who cried wolf, it's like it gets to a point where it's like, all right, I believe you, but now you constantly, now I'm gonna have to question everything you do, and it's not gonna be good for either one of us, because now I'm questioning everything. And I'm not questioning everything like I just don't believe it, like it's impossible. Like people will hear about something that hasn't been done and say, "Oh, that can never be done." Just wait, give it a chance to see what happens, and then analyze the situation because you have all the details, you have all the facts, you have supposedly the proof that it happened. So now you can analyze it and go based off that. But man, just think about if they actually been just capping the entire time. They just been capping us. They've been saying that they was on Mars with this robot, or they have videos from Mars, or pictures, or this or that. And imagine they never been to space. What? That would be a huge upset. That means pretty much everything they're giving us, all the information, is false. But I really do feel like, based off all the information that we have, received over years, that is highly unlikely that they've never been to space. I do, like, if I had to choose, I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably would lean more towards them being able to do it, but it's like 60-40. I'm gonna be honest with you, 60-40, and the 60 is decreasing and the 40 is increasing. So I don't know. This is one of those things that's most likely going to get swept under the rug. Nobody's going to really pay attention to it. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to listen. NASA's still going to get billions of dollars in tax money, or whatever the case may be. Still going to perform the same, it's crazy because I'm starting to notice that things I say in my previous podcasts are applying to almost everything. Remember, I said something where I was like, the way the media is situated is so much fake news, so much like unrealistic truth, and then it's like, and when I say unrealistic truth, I mean like it seems unrealistic, but it can possibly be the closest thing to the truth that we have, and it's hard for people to tell the difference between a fake and a real. And this is one of those things where it's so much bullcrap out there that they can, if that is true in NASA, which I'm not 100% sure, they can continue to do it because who's gonna care? People don't even really care, to be honest with you, about like science nowadays. Social media, like the media, I think the majority of people that listen or watch media, they care about like drama stories, like somebody, like violence, money, drugs, nudity or something. Like they don't really care about like things like this that actually matter. That's important. Supposedly this is a lot of the human resources that they're using to supposedly conduct these experiments or these voyages out of space, and to find out that it's possibly not happening, it's like, well, we're wasting money on an illusion or something that that you guys haven't been able to do for decades, and we continue to put money into it, continue, and there's nothing really, there's no progress. So this is more important than 90% of the stories, because all these resources, all this money can be going back into our planet, into making it more livable, sustainable planet, because we're polluting it. And I'm sounding like one of them guys, but I'm like, yo, why we don't be paying attention to the stories that actually matter? Why we're so caught up in the littlest micro, like, I'm not saying NASA, it's just that I was a big, I literally, I don't understand. When I was young, I was like, yo, I wish I could work for NASA. That's me. How about you wishing you could do something, then you find out it's not even real. Oh, it's not even, and I'm not saying that. I don't want to sound like a kid, but it's just like, come on, bro. For real? Like this is NASA we talking about. Like, these are supposed to be the most intelligent people on the planet, a collective, gathering of the most advanced minds. that's known to us, and you telling me they can't figure it out? Like, they can't get it? Like, bro, this is what you wake up and do every day. This is your job. This is your career. There's no progress being made? Like, come on now. Like, you gotta be kidding me. I won't accept. I can't accept that. That's why, that's why 60-40 for me, because a part of me don't want to believe it, because it's like, I'm just doing the math. And I'm like, you guys been at this for years, bro. And you haven't, you telling me that this is fake? Like, you guys been sending all those rockets to nowhere? Like, I don't know. That video is just a reminder that you can't just believe everything they telling you. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do video editing. And before I was into, the first thing I started, I'm gonna be honest, I jumped right into VFX. I started into graphic design, like visual effects. I started into that. That's where I started. So I know the ability to manipulate videos is insane. Like, when I tell you the ability, you watch movies. These movies don't look fake. They look like they really happening. So if you tell me that, we're gonna apply that technology to NASA, and we're gonna conduct a spacewalk or this or that, anything's possible. Anything is possible if you're gonna use the technology we have nowadays for VFX. Anything's possible. You can make an alien look just as much as a human than what we see with our natural eyes. It's insane how crazy the effects are. So it's not far-fetched. These green screens, like, I have one right over. It's not like, I'm literally probably at a low tier grade when it comes to VFX compared to these other guys. And I was able to put myself in a movie to where I wowed myself. Like, I look like I'm literally was filming with them, but all it was a green screen. So, they gotta fix this. NASA, you gotta fix this, and something has to happen, because if this amount of money is going into NASA, and this amount of resources, and we don't, and now it's another thing, we don't see any progress. Like, when was the last, like, great discovery, to be honest with you? Supposedly the moon landing was, like, huge, and I get it was, but say that did happen, what else? Did we just stop? Like there's a lot of unanswered questions. So y'all gotta figure this out, and don't let us down. Like, let's make sure we get this right, and because right now it's not looking too good for you guys. But I still got hope in science, because science was supposed to be logical. The best way of thinking is supposed to back up theories with facts. So I don't know, to where it's not no longer a theory, it's just an actual fact. But whatever the case may be, let's keep it going. I'm gonna stay up to date with this if I can. Most likely it's not gonna get showed as much, so you're gonna have to really scramble through videos to find it. But let's see.